Shalom, shalom. Lord, I give our praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Hashem, Kokodash, Brakatah. Double honor to the apostles, elders, the great male son, salutation to the brothers that teach in truth and sincerely. Call Lord Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Hashem, Kokodash, Brakatah. Yes, I know I do the Lord better videos a lot, and strange, it just, this past week, a couple of things happened within the camp, and and things happening around, just things just happening. I'm not gonna speak on it, but just personally, people forget this is a battle. you know, I do the Lord battles. I don't, you read the Bible, what you think it's talking about? Everything is a fight. Everything. If you read from Genesis to Revelation, every story is some form of battle. Everything is a overcome. Everything is nothing just gonna be given. You're gonna have you're gonna have to work your ass off in this truth. Yes, you're gonna go through it in the truth. Yes. All right. Just get that in your head. And the sooner you realize this is a fight that you're in, the better it be, man. This is not what Sunday church teach. I don't know what you were doing in Sunday church. Just that, man, if you were Israelite, especially you Israelite in this truth, you believe in Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh is people is against you. So that cause what? Envy, strife. That gonna cause fighting. That gonna cause debating. That gonna become because you defended the gospel. This is First Maccabees 3:16. All right. 3:19. It said, "For the victory of battle stand not in the multitude of an host, but strength coming from heavens." Our strength come from heaven, from Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. That's our strength. It comes from heaven. It don't bearing arms and carnal weapons. This our strength come from heaven. It come from prayer. All right. And I'm actually looked up something. Which I did a video on this guy. Is in the scriptures. Um, is basically is a prayer, right? Um, there's this guy named now Ephesus. All right, Ephesus. All right, Ephesus. I'm gonna get the book of Ephesians, right? 6, 6 and 13. Salakia. Ephesians 6:13 reads, I'm just reading because a lot of this is good. I'm gonna start at 11. I'm gonna start at 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Why is Paul talking like this? Why is he saying things like this? Why is he saying be strong, be of good courage? Because we living in the end times. He knows these scriptures is with us now. He knew that during the time we live in now, even back then, but even more so now, we gotta give a testimony. To give a testimony, you gotta be a man. You gotta have, for lack of a better term, balls, man. You gotta be ready. I know. David told his son Solomon to show thyself a man. Right? So you gotta show yourself a man in this truth. Just 1 second. Salakia, brothers. Yeah, she here. Yeah, she here. Yeah, I'm gonna go get her. Salakia, brothers. Damn. Salakia. I'm gonna say this: you brothers out there that's single, da da da, don't got no kids, keep it like that. All right, so it's like for the interruption, you know, man got to do what a man got to do. But back to Ephesians 6 and where was I? 10. It say, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord, right, and in the power of His might. Put on the whole armor of God that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. You know, so you want to put on the whole armor of the Lord so you can be able to stand against the wiles of the devil, man. All right. You know, you got to stand against, all adversaries, all enemies of the Lord. It ain't just the white people that's the enemy of the Lord. If you think that, you're sadly mistaken. Even 2/3 of our nation, your own kin, your own nation, your own people that you're supposed to call home, your own people that you're supposed to be your brothers and your sisters. 2/3 of them is against the Lord. So it say put on the whole armor, man. All right, on the whole armor, man. All right, that's important, man. So yes, you're in a fight, man. Stop fucking. I don't know what people be thinking, brothers. Or who, you in the truth, and you fall out, or you get weak, whatever. It's a fight. It's a fight. What you think you was gonna fight and not get tired? I mean, when you in a boxing match, you fight in. Guess what? But the next person is, but the next person ain't gonna show it. Okay, you don't let your cards be showed. You don't never let your enemies. The scripture speaks about keep your don't let your right hand know what your left hand doing. So look, you got to keep your cards tucked tight. You got to always keep your arms raised, man. You can't let the opponent think that you weak. You can't. You got to fight, man. So put on the whole armor, man. All right, you got to put on this whole armor. All right. That's why it's important to do these. To do these videos, to always read, fast, pray. That's the whole armor. The more battles you go in, the more experienced you are, the more comfortable and the more faith you would have, the more belief your faith grows. So you that ye may stand against the wiles of the devil, right? You will stand against the wiles. Let's look that word wiles up. Um, it said the cunning art, deceit, craft, trickery, right? And what's the trickery? That's homosexual is okay. That's what that you're just a Negro. Oh, smoking cigarettes and smoking all manner of crazy things. That's okay. Don't read. Black men. You gotta play sports. Women, you gotta be a stripper until you become just being programmed. Taking the chip, the RFID chip. That's the devil's. That's the wiles of the devil. So we're not ignorant of Satan devices. The so-called white man, the biblical nationality, a nationality, come from a man named Esau from the nation of Edom. That's the number one, and that's our adversary, man. Jacob and Esau, they were two separate. They were two separate people. All right, we were two separate nations. All right. Esau sold his birthright because he couldn't fast. He sold his birthright for a bowl, some pottage, some soup, if you will. Ephesians 6 um, and 12 now. It said, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities. Right. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Right. A spiritual wickedness in high places. We wrestle against demons, man. That's why it's important to fast. It's important to pray. It's important to become that desert man. It's important to do these things. It's important to eat right, because a lot of your growth affects what you put in you. You want to eat right. You don't want your bowels. You don't want your inside all messed up, because that causes laziness. Because this food tend to get you sleepy. So when you eat a lot, you tend to catch what they call the itis. You get lazy, you get slothful. So you want to eat right, man. Look at Daniel. Daniel ate what, post for 10 days straight. And guess what? Prayed up, reading the scriptures in the faith. And guess what? He was wiser than all the I'm gonna get that real quick. I'm gonna jump right back. This is the battle. Even Daniel, yeah, guess what? He didn't forget that he was in a fight. And he was in Babylon. Daniel 1:18. Now at the end of days that the king has said he shall bring them in, then the prince of the eunuchs brought them in before Nebuchadnezzar, and the king communed with them. And among them all was found none like Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. Therefore stood they before the king. And in all matters of wisdom and understanding that the king acquired of them, he found them 10 times better than all the magicians and astrologers that were in his realm. And that's what it is. We found more stronger than all them prince of powers that we were just reading in Ephesians, how all them prince of powers, wickedness in high places, all them against us. Since we stand in the spirit of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, keeping the law, statute, and commandments to the best of our abilities, loving thy brother as thyself, loving Yahweh while Yahweh Shah more than anything, with all thy heart and all thy soul, with all thy might, we're being found 10 times more wiser than them. We see there's a trickery. That's why we see the trickery. That's why you the part of the elect, 144,000, that is spoken in Revelation, the 14th chapter, the 14th chapter, right? And it's also spoken in Revelation It also spoken on throughout the scripture in Revelation the 7th chapter. That's why because the Lord bless you and you're part of the elect. I pray, brothers that wake up to the truth, endure, pray them, the Lord have mercy upon them and bless them. I pray the Lord bless me, man. I stay in this truth, and and you strive. I pray that I never give up the fight, man. You know, because this is a fight. You know, so it say back in Ephesians 6 and 12. Now, verse 13, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh Yahushua, that ye may be able to withstand the evil days, right? The evil days meaning we live in evil times. These are the evil days, the latter days. We, in the worst case scenario, we here in America, we have no type of arm. We have no type of security but Yahweh Yahushua, but your faith. That's literally all you got. You don't got weapons. That's not going to save you. None is going to save you. We lost our heritage. We just now getting it back. All right, we literally all we got, man. Yahweh Yahushua, literally all we got, man. This is the evil day. This is the time to build your faith up. This is the time to keep doing videos. This is the time to always give a testimony. This is the time to show your works and your diligence. This is the time to believe. This is the time to be an example for the youth. Because guess what? The youth is ruined. Of course, it's the elect. So sometimes, you want to be a good example. You want to show the Lord that you're a good example. You don't want to be out here just for lack of a better term, a nigga. All right. So this is the time to keep pushing, not to give up, because we at the end. And having done all, man. Just like boxers and anything that you watch, they go up on that stage, or they go up on that ring, or they go up on whatever, and whatever actor, someone that kind of motivates you, you can tell that person gave it at all. Muhammad Ali, Buster Douglas versus Mike Tyson. You can tell that man went up there with everything he got to fight that man. You could tell he did everything he could, and guess we got a knockdown. That's what we got. We gotta literally give everything that you got in you, man. Every spirit, every fiber in your body, man. You gotta do everything you got, man, to stay in this truth, to keep pushing, to see the glory, man, because it's gonna be worth it at the end. You gotta crawl. The scripture speaks about living. The scripture speaks about enter inside the kingdom, man. If you got to, man. It's better to go in the kingdom with one arm than to have two arms and be condemned in this fire. All right, because the Lord is going to judge America. The Lord is judging America if y'all haven't woken up. You see how fast this party can turn to a shit show. You see how fast this civilized place can become a shit show in a matter of a day. The moment the government shut down, people went crazy. All right? People went fucking nuts. They still is going nuts. They still fucked up off that shit a couple weeks ago. All right? And you see that people really don't got as much money as you think they do. That was something I learned. These so-called white people, these people that you think that work in these government jobs, these people that work doing all this, you always see this person driving nice cars and got the nice spot. You realize, shit, that's all a facade. Deep down, they really ain't got no money. It's people, you realize, like, damn, all the people, they like, look, man, I'm broke. Basically, because all their money goes to because they living beyond their means. All their money goes towards their bills and all types of shit that they don't need. But this shows you how this place can go down instantly. So you got to do everything you got to do to stay in this truth, man. So you can move through when it's chaos. The Lord is guiding you. Of course, you're gonna have fear. I mean, you're gonna be nerve. You gonna have those jitters because you in the flesh. That's just normal. You know. Um, but you got your faith towards Yahweh Shai. So you walking by faith and not by sight, as the scriptures say. Um, back in Ephesians 6 and 13, and having done all to stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth. But this is about the truth, man. And having the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with preparation of the gospel of peace, and peace above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all fiery darts of the wicked. Right, all the fiery darts, all them, all this, all they're trying to brainwash you to become what they want you to become. They don't want you in the truth. These people don't want you. They don't want an educated so-called black person, educated so-called Native Indian, educated so-called Hispanic tribe, whatever tribe you're from. They don't want the 12 tribes to be any type of education, any type of. They don't want you to come to your God. I gotta get it, y'all. Everybody know where I'm going. This is Judith, and I gotta find it, man. But it's Judith 5. Judith 5 and 16, and they cast forth before them, and the Canaanites, the Perizzites, the Jebusites, and the Semites, and all the Gerasites, and they dwelt in that country many days. And with and while thou sin not before their God, they prepare because the God that hated iniquity was with them. Right, the Lord hated iniquity. But when they depart from the way which he appoint them, they were destroyed in many battles. Right. That's why you lose the battle. That's why you brothers, you know, uh, in this truth, you go to and you sin, you'll come up short. Well, you commit iniquity, man. This flesh is bound to commit. You bound to break the law in this flesh. So don't be surprised when some shit happened to you, man. Stop being surprised. I mean, yeah, you like damn, but that don't mean for you to give up the faith. You just okay, you deal with it. You got, you shake it off and you keep going, man. So we'll say destroy in many battles, very sore, because it was iniquities in us. Um, and were led captive into land that was not theirs, and the temple of their God was cast to the ground, and their cities were taken by the enemies. But now are they returned to their God, Yahweh Shai, and are come up from the places where they were scattered, and have possessed Jerusalem, where their sanctuary is, seated in the hills country, for it was desolate. Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error in his people, and they sin against their God, let us consider consider that this shall be their ruin. Let us go up, and we shall overcome them. Let's check this out. But if there be no iniquity in their nation, right? Because the elect is coming as sheep, as humble little children. We come in as a child, asking for repentance, for the Lord to forgive us. Let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them, and their God before them, and we become a reproach before all the world. See, So that line up with what the scripture was saying. You know how they don't the fiery darts. They want you to they want you to go off there. They throw things your way and stumbling blocks and put things in your life. Just like it's an old saying. They can this my grandma used to my people used to say, I'm gonna give you enough rope to hang to hang yourself, man. That's what this world does. It gives you enough rope to hang yourself. You know, it give you what you need to destroy yourself. All right, so that's them fiery darts. They don't want you in the truth. So now that you brothers, you know, you sisters in this truth, in all truth and sincerity, the Lord is going to defend you, and if you believe in Him with all truth and sincerity. All right. Um, we flowing through the Spirit. I ain't want to make this long, so it's like it. But so it say the shield, verse 16, and it say, above all, take the shield of faith, where that ye be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. Praying always, praying always. That's a fight, and that's a warrior technique. With all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watch thereunto with a preservance and supplication for all saints. So man, hey man, I hope this was edifying. Keep praying. Don't be surprised. Yes, this is a fight. Keep fighting. Yes, this is a battle. Guess what? The scriptures say, righteous men fall 7 times. We get back up again. Keep pushing. Keep fighting. Shalom.